Hi everyone, this is Audrey Yeager. I'm very excited to be guest designing again this month for My Creative Scrapbook. I thought I would share a little video today about how to get perfect splatters on your page. I put splatters on just about every single page I create, and I have a few different methods that I use to get different size splatters and different patterns of splatters. So I'm just using an old, probably my favorite mist. It's an old glimmer mist. I think it's called Cinder. It's kind of like a black. And just on white cardstock, just to show you some of the effects that you can get. One of my favorite things to do is to try to get some really big droplets. So what I do is I shake the bottle and turn it upside down so that a lot of paint gets into the cap, and I hold the wand up really high in the air, probably a good 24 inches up. And I find that when you get this big drop that falls off the end of the wand, it leaves this great splatter with these little sprays that come off the side. So I love to do those big drops like that. Then you can take a little bit of the mist and dab a little bit off the wand and give your wrist a good flick, and you can get a really nice line of splatters, and the line will be in the direction in which you point your wand, and you got to give your wrist a really good flick to do that. If you knock off a lot of the mist into the bottle and just have a little bit on your wand and then gently hold it in one hand and tap it close to the page, you'll get a very fine splatter of droplets. It's kind of hard to see here, but it's nice tiny sized droplets just to cover up some white space. And then sometimes I just actually go and touch with the wand specifically exactly where I want maybe to fill in a couple dots if I don't want to get it on an embellishment or something. Or you could just spill the whole thing on your page too, and that works. And the first thing that went through my mind when that happened was, oh my god, to start all over. But actually I kind of like that splatter. But you can take the wand and dab it in one place over and over, and you'll get a couple little drops that come off the big dot, and that's what I'm doing here. And I'll show you a little bit closer in a few seconds here, some of the details when you get a closer view of these droplets. So here's the bigger ones where I held it way up in the air, and you can see that spray and that splatter come off. And I think the higher you hold it up, the bigger splatter you get. And then here's the nice little trail of splatters that you get when you flick your wrist in a particular direction, and then when you spill it, you get that. And then here's the fine little droplets that when you knock most of the ink or paint off your wand and just hold it close to the page and tap the wand gently, you'll get a nice little spray. And these are the ones where I've actually touched the wand to the paper. I wanted to show you some of these droplets on the pages I created with the April kit. Here you see one where I've actually placed it there specifically with the wand and dabbed it a little bit to get a nice little spray around it. There's one of those ones I've held it way up high in the air and got the nice little splatter around the edges. I always try to vary, and have a couple large droplets and then a couple smaller, finer droplets on the page. And I usually put them kind of at an angle to draw your eye across the page. And here's another nice one with a great splatter that I held up really high in the air. So I hope that you experiment a little bit with playing with these, with your mists and your drops, and have fun. Thanks.